BioShock Infinite is a game rated M by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Steven Plays BioShock, this time with the 2013 release BioShock Infinite. Before we get too far into this, let me say a quick shout out and a huge thank you to all of our Patreon producers. Their names are scrolling along the bottom of the screen now. Thank you all so much. If you're watching right now and you'd like to learn more about Patreon and how you can support Mao myself and the perks that come along with that, there's a convenient card to click on screen now, or there's a link in the video description of this video, and actually every video on Steven Plays. So I had not played BioShock when it first came out, and I had always heard that it was an astounding game, a masterpiece. And it wasn't until I finally got to play it for the first time a few years ago on the channel that I realized, yeah, it is. Not only is it one of the best first-person shooters ever made, it's one of the best video games ever made. A rare combination of incredible gameplay and just wonderful storytelling mixed together. And that was continued when I played BioShock 2 just about, I think it was almost 2 years ago since I started that Let's Play. Now it's time to continue the series with BioShock Infinite. Now, the interesting thing about BioShock Infinite is that even though it was in a bit of development hell for a while, it came out successfully. It took a while for the game to release. People were starting to get a little concerned, but when it came out to extremely high review scores and, in some cases, perfect review scores. It won a lot of awards. So I'm really excited to be finally jumping into this title today. I am playing on PC. Just because it's a first-person shooter, I'd rather play it on PC. And I'm not playing the remastered version. I'm playing the normal version. Although, again, I'm playing on PC, so it's probably going to look like the remastered version anyway. Also, there's probably some people that are tuning in to the beginning of this Let's Play to find out one key piece of information, and if that's you, here it is. No, you do not have to have seen or know about the previous BioShock titles to enjoy Infinite. Infinite is a standalone game. Now, I have never played it myself. This is going to be a blind playthrough for me, but I've talked to other people who have played Infinite, and they said, yes, you don't have to have any previous knowledge of the BioShock games. It does a pretty good job of, honestly, just being a standalone title. You don't have to play the other ones to understand it. Now, if you do, there's apparently like little tiny references and stuff that you'll get, but it's not imperative that you have played BioShock 1 or 2 to enjoy this Let's Play. That being said, I still highly recommend that you do at some point because those games are incredible. And when we're done covering the main story of BioShock Infinite, there is a DLC which does require previous knowledge of BioShock. But for the main game, no. If you haven't played the first games, it's totally cool. Let's just jump in together and experience it, for the first time. I might be making a few references to the previous games, but I'll do my best not to do any sort of like major spoilers to BioShock 1 and 2 in case you are watching this and you haven't seen those games. But seriously, at some point, you got to play or watch those for yourself because dang, they're great. All right, main game, let's do this. Also, I love the look. And I don't know a whole lot about BioShock Infinite. I'm fortunate enough to have never been spoiled or anything on the plot. I do know that it takes place in, well, as you can see, a pretty different area. People generally associate BioShock with underwater, and that is just not what's happening here. So for difficulty, it says if you know the basics of first-person shooter games, this is the best place for you to start. Well, that sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
The mind of the subject will desperately struggle to create memories where none exist. (1912), coast of Maine.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Rowing? hadn't planned on it.
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No, but I do expect you to do all the rowing.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the exercise.
The rowing.
No. Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Excuse me. How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you do, but we're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
Perhaps you should ask him. I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row?
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
There's always a lighthouse.
We've arrived.
Appreciate it. You're bringing me out here. Press F to climb ladder. Huh.
Shall we tell him when we'll be returning?
Would that change anything?
It might give him some comfort.
Well, at least that's something we can agree on.
Hey! Somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
Well, maybe there's someone inside.
Let's take a look around. Huh, Silver Eagle. Huh. Starting to find some currency. Currency has always been a pretty big part of BioShock. You need money for a lot of things. You know, even though it's storming, this is still a very beautiful scene. What does it say? DeWitt, bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. This is your last chance. Seems a little dreadful. Oh, there's more of these pieces. Can of beans. Do love me a good can of beans. Honestly, I've had some bad experiences with beans in the past.
Excuse me. It's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
Huh. From Sodom shall I lead thee. Definitely some religious themes. All right, let's see what this is about.
Good luck with that, pal.
All right, upstairs.
Is anyone here? Hello?
Hold on, I see something shining. Must have walked right past it before. A jar of pickles! Sounds like something to actually eat. Huh. I've been searching a lot of barrels. Now, also, let me use this opportunity to say, obviously, I don't want any spoilers on the game. That being said, if you have any gameplay tips, this first episode is definitely the time to let me know before I record further. So I would certainly appreciate it if you have any things I should keep in mind that are obviously not spoilery, or if you have any settings or something that you think I should have on or off. I'll consider it. Give me that old time religion. It's good enough for me. Playing my songs. You sing. Without my hands, of course. This is all beautifully modeled. But I guess I just continue forward. What's up? What's on this map? Be prepared. He's on his way. You must stop him. C. Huh. That's alarming. Okay. Further up, then. Oh, that's briefly concerning.
Shit.
Don't disappoint us. Wouldn't dream of it. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a ride, isn't it? Another barrel. In new Eden soil shall I plant thee. Get in there. Can't see anything out there either. This is interesting. Grabbing the last little pieces of silver before we figure out what this is all about.
Wait a minute, that card.
Okay, so this is apparently a puzzle. So let's see. Ring scroll. Ring this twice. And ring this twice.
What in the world is...
What? What is happening? What? Jesus! This is crazy.
All right. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair.
This is a hell of a barber chair.
What the hell? Go!
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, no, God damn it!
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No, no.
3, 2, 1.
Oh boy!
Ascension. Ascension.
Just stay calm.
5,000 feet. 10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
Wow. I have chills. So drawing a parallel to Rapture, which was under the sea, this city is above the clouds. And is patriotic, we'll call it. Father Comstock, our prophet. Might explain some of the religious imagery. Got an achievement. Why would he send his Savior unto us, if we will not raise a finger for our own salvation? And though we deserved not his mercy, he has led us to this new Eden, a last chance for redemption. I think I faintly hear Amazing Grace. And the prophet shall lead the people to the new Eden. This is fine. I got a health bar. The water's a little concerning. Any chance I could, get out of this chair? Well, it's a beautiful piece. Find a way into the city. I guess this thing doesn't count as a bathysphere now. Press N to help navigate to your current objective. So pressing N just tells me that. This is certainly a little bizarre. And also the water rushing in has a lot of rapture feels. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Andrew Ryan? The Welcome Center. Oh, good. The finest bathrooms here of I-94. And in my womb shall grow the seed of the prophet.
Seed of the prophet.
I can't read that, unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh, I'm very familiar with the songs they're singing. And who are you? Voxophone. Ah, audio diaries. Okay, cool.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you.
Gotta find the exit out of this place.
Sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Also, this is a perfect time to say a special thank you to Dan for editing this series. The audio logs in this game do not have subtitles that appear on screen, and Dan is putting those on screen so you can read them while we continue forward. Thank you, Dan. A gift of $2 and then another $1. All right, well, it's time for me to break this circle and head over here to the other side.
Where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Best keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get made.
Let me see what was on this side. The Lamb, the future of our city. Guess they don't mind me just taking some of this stuff. That gift's empty. Someone's already raided this. Man, there's stuff everywhere. Nothing in the hat box. Now, if maybe you're new to the channel, or new to how I play these sorts of games, I'm extremely thorough. For a lot of people, that's a plus. Hopefully, it'll be a plus for you, too. I like to check every nook and cranny for things. Good day to you, sir. Man, it's a very different feel. Very, very different feel from Rapture. Very interesting.
Every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at wounded knee and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just railed against the Sodom beneath us, but not accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders and not prayed for our deliverance, it would have been enough. If the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance and not led us to this new Eden, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just led us to the new Eden and not purged the vipers of the Orient, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just purged the vipers of the Orient, but not suffered the sacrifice of his beloved, it would have been enough. If the prophet had just suffered the sacrifice of his
There's a lot of this. I'm gonna enter the circle.
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
It's either this or turn around and get back on that rocket. Might as well get it over with.
Come and be cleansed. Hallelujah!
Sure. Baptize me.
Hey.
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
That's concerning.
Who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt!
What do you want?
We had a deal to it! Open this door right now!
I told you. I'm not gonna do it. Go away.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt!
So it looks like I'm having a flashback to maybe why I wound up in Maine in the first place. I'm alive.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one. I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
Locate the Statue of Columbia.
Key of gold so that Eden might have industry that set her above all other nations.
To Father Jefferson, a scroll, so that Eden might have laws that set her above all other nations.
And so each year we recommit ourselves to our founders and our prophet, Father Comstock.
And recommit to our prophet, Father Comstock.
So that we may follow in the prophet's path.
Amen.
Yeah, these are the Jefferson, Washington, and Franklin that I know. But with guns, special... I mean, they're not guns, it's just they're holding them in a strange way. A key, a sword, and a scroll. Beautiful scenery.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
Yeah, that's what we call drowning down in Sodom. So just keep that in mind. Cool. Health. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna need to eat a lot more apples. This wasn't your silver, right? Everyone's got really interesting clothing. What is Columbia if not another ark for another time? Oh, look at this little hummingbird. Little cutie.
He who crossed the Delaware with flaming sword and wings of angels. Watch over me and lend me strength. Shield my mind from fear and doubt, so that I may hold fast against all invaders. Father Washington, hear my prayer.
Paragon of virtue, a rebel against ignorance and tyranny. Share with me your wisdom and let the light of your good judgment shine like a beacon through the darkness.
By the sword
and the scroll and the key.
Amen.
Amen. There's a lot of stuff over here. Is that what we're talking about? No? I'm gonna get rich before I get to the first vending. You guys got vending machines up here in heaven?
There's no chance nor luck, only providence. And that you see its divine hand at work. You discern the transmundane. Your inspiration and imagination.
A minute ago it was letting me walk through stuff, but not that railing.
It ain't got its fair share of fools. All right. Still got a girl to find.
Something tells me that the fools, or the fair share of fools that Booker thinks are here, might be a majority, not a minority. I think we'll actually stop right here. this is a good stopping spot for the first episode. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we'll proceed beyond this door and find out what Columbia has to offer. See you tomorrow for more Stephen Plays BioShock Infinite.